When you're in here, open your bloody window, get some fresh air, boy.
Okay, I'm going to have to record that whole thing again now.
Why, are you getting a cold?
No, I was recording something.
Yes, why didn't you say mother shut up?
No, it's much more funny if I just let it go. I'm going to probably go on YouTube. Yes, it's probably going to be on YouTube later on. Right, let's try this again. Take 2. Okay, so the whole idea is behind the Lord of the Rings variant is that there's going to be still going to be the HQ, still going to be the R&D, still going to be the public archives, but this is a bit more random and story encountered. So what's going to happen is that when you make an R&D, you're still going to access the R&D like normal, but the thing is, the R&D is only going to contain assets and maybe a few operations, meat space operations. They're going to be meat space operations, and they're going to be net space operations. And all this, then your net version of your R&D is going to be nothing but ICE and agendas and mostly operations. And here's how it works. So in the meat space R&D, the one that people access, like imagine in original, like normal Netrunner, you access that, there's going to be, instead of agenda cards, there's going to be access node cards. So let's pretend this is an access node card, and it's going to have all the agenda node, it's going to have all the agenda trappings, right? It's going to have these numbers and whatnot. But see, here's the difference, right? Whenever you want to create a new server, you can't just create a new server. Your server needs to have an access node, because here's what the corporation turn is going to consist of. You're going to draw cards like normal. Oh, look, it's an operation, a meat space operation. And let's say, oh, you're going to upgrades, you're going to have assets. No problem, great. And you can store those in meat space like it was discussed before with the meat space side and net space side. And you can do like the meat runs with the bit bidding and whatnot. It's discussed in the previous video. Great. So you can put your assets out there, and the runner can access them like we've all discussed before. But you want to do something in net space, however, things get a little bit tricky. So what you do is you say you want to install a card in your server. You go 1. So okay, access now store the card in another server. 2. This is the same server, by the way. This is all the same server. And then you want to create another server. 3 and 4. That's what you do. You see? And the runner can't access these yet because there's no access node. You can't use them yet. But I'm thinking that you can't do this without an access node. And there's going to have to be some kind of limit on this, because otherwise you can just bury cards. Oh no, actually you can do this, and I'll tell you why. Because like I said, in the meat space card, there's going to be node points. Now, if the runner grabs like your access node cards, they can just forcibly install it, and then they'll control the access node. And it's going to give them benefits like such. So runner forcefully installs an access node on this server here, and the corporation doesn't know what's here. Now they can access all cards in here starting from right to left. And you're going to do like a bit bidding. Let's just say as the corporation you control, let's be kind and say 5 credits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So what the corporation is going to do is they're going to say, I'm going to invest 3 bits into that and 2 bits into that. And not only that, I'm going to make this Bitco this. Okay, after revealing, they reveal this. Here's how it works. If the runner pays, like let's say they pay 4 bits into this, they can use 4 bits against this. They don't know how many the corporation's invested. But you can tell that the corp, they'll be able to tell that the corp has spent 5 overall. They'll be able to see them grabbing 5 from their pool. They're not going to be able to know where they've invested these. Where they've invested these. So it's up to the runner if they want to grab X amount of credits and whatnot and then dive in. But let's just say, okay, I've done 1-1 this here, right? If the runner breaks the bit code, or at least gets like more of the code right than the corporation, then they win control of whatever cards here. If the corporation if there's a draw, or if the corporation wins, then they win control of whatever cards here. So let's just see what cards here. Okay, hedge fund. Of course, hedge fund's not going to be the same. Okay, so they win control of this operation, and because the corporation wins control of this operation, they gain money, they gain extra cards or whatnot. So you don't want to access cards willy-nilly, because it's a real tempo boost to the corporation. Oh, I gain four credits every time you lose control of this operation. Yeah, great. So that's excess. Corporations gained a bunch of money. Next one. Okay, it's a tie, thus the corporation wins. Oh, and they have to interact with the ice, unless they want to break it. Again, there's going to be some... Ice is not going to be the same. There's going to have to be some kind of extra cost associated with this, because everyone's just going to pack their decks with enormously big ice. So I'm guessing there's going to have to be like maybe like half it's going to be a meat space version for when it's like fully permanently installed, because that's going to be a thing. There's going to be a version where it's just you're accessing it in the internets wildly. There's going to be 2 versions of that, and the corporation can pay the cost from the credits invested. So let's just say you use the 2 here. Let's say it's 2 credits, and there's like a 2 credit version of encountering this ice in net space, let's say. Anyway, so that's the access. So in other words, from this forceful access, the corporation has gained money and forced the runner to interact with this ice. Now that's a benefit to the corporation. So you've got to just be careful where you forcefully access. But because of that, let's just say effect of controlling this node is that because this node is fully controlled, the corporation can't install any more servers, because the runner's controlling the net space. The runner's got control of the nodes. And not to mention that you're going to be able to move it across as well. Yes, that's right, people. They're going to control the nodes. Because they control the nodes, they can move the nodes, access other stuff here. So they can probably access here. Oh, look, there's agendas here. And, oh, that's supposed to be a meat space operation. Yeah, and they can forcefully control this and access this. So that's the idea. See, as the runner, you're trying to access R&D and control the nodes. You're trying to control the access points. And as the corporation, you're going to have to start advancing these nodes. So I'm protecting these nodes. Okay, and then you advance the nodes, and that means the corporation controlling those. They can say, okay, I want to build up these servers here and make whatever kind of server and play this operation and put it back in there. It's going to go on the bottom once it's been played, and then you can replace it with something. Oh, there you go, and then you create servers like normal. But this is a free advanced node. But as the runner continues to access this node, it's going to lose advancement counters and eventually go back to being controlled by the runner, and they can use it to access various things before you can start building it up. So that's the way that the game's going to work there. So as you can see, it is a little complicated, but I like the back and forth of, you're not just building servers, you're not just hacking into servers, you're controlling the server, you're controlling the servers with access node points. Now, if you want to put a low amount of node points in there, that's up to you, but it's just going to make things trickier to control. Of course, and you're right, this idea isn't fully formed yet. It's just how I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I kind of like it. It's nice. It makes these cards more dynamic. It's like, oh, what's in a server? Now imagine you've got a big massive server like this. It's quite punishing, but they can't afford it. And you can get things like MB and Techie, which is going to be mostly operational on agenda-based servers. And when you're going up against Hasbirod servers, let's put it this way. What I'm thinking of balancing out Hasbirod servers is that Bioroid cards, instead of spend clicks to break subroutines, I'm thinking you can spend clicks to like force them out into meat space or something like that. But like basically the idea is that Bioroids can travel between net space and meat space, and because you create them in net space and you forcefully download them. That's what I'm working through. Something like that, basically. Anyway, like I said, not fully formed. That's the basic gist of it. There's also a chess sub game I'd like to do as well with scoring. But once that's done, it's going to be time to start making things simpler.